Hey guys, welcome back to another one. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about gratuitous transfer, what we know as gift, like someone giving you a property, transferring a property to you without any form of consideration, no money, no payment, free of charge. What we know as free of charge. So in this video, I'm going to be like addressing that. This video is on estate law practice, right? So now there are situations where maybe while you were in a relationship with a certain person, or for some reason someone was maybe in a good mood and then they transferred a property to you. Maybe they just, you know, transferred a real property, could be real property, could be money. Maybe they sent money to your bank account, basically transferring possession or even ownership of that property. It could be real property, as in house, bare land, real estate, right? Or it could be personal property like car, tech devices, a computer, a phone, some stuff could be personal property, it could be real property. So now this person, maybe they're in a very good mood, or you made them so happy for some reason, they just say, I am very happy today. Hey, this thing where you do don't sweet me, my guy. I'm going to give you a house. And then they give you this house, and then they give this property to you, right? Maybe they bought it, they decided, okay, I'm going to take you to buy you a car today. Okay, let's just paint a realistic scenario. Okay, a girl, sugar baby is dating sugar daddy, right? So now sugar baby has blown sugar daddy's mind. Transaction has happened that sugar daddy's mind is blown. And sugar daddy says, my sweet girl, I'm going to buy you a car. In fact, let's go to the showroom. And then maybe sugar daddy takes sugar baby to J Autos and says, pick any Benz of your choice. Just select anything you point and kill. So sugar baby selects, she points at one, I'm just going to use my favorite car. She points as a G box. You guys know how fine a G box is. So she points at, a G box and says, sugar daddy, I want that jet black Benz, that G box, I want it. So sugar daddy makes payment. 1 naira doesn't come from sugar baby, right? Sugar daddy makes transaction. He asks the vendor, how much is it? Which account should I transfer the money to? Sugar daddy transfers money to the car vendor, and the car is given. Even the receipt is in the name of sugar baby. Oh. Follow me, oh. The receipt, this one is not even a case of the car was bought in the name of sugar daddy. The car was bought in the name of sugar baby. Everything, documents in her name, but sugar daddy paid the money. So now tomorrow, acrimony arises. From nowhere, acrimony arises and they become estranged, right? Now sugar daddy says, how will I allow this girl to walk away with a car I bought for 300 million naira? Never. Over his dead body, it's not going to happen. He's going to recover that car. He must take that car from her. And now sugar baby saying, you cannot, oh. You cannot. You bought this car in my name. Call it work. It cannot happen. So what do you think is going to happen in law? Do you think that sugar baby is going to be recognized in law? Do you think that the law is going to protect sugar baby in this case? Or do you think that the law is going to protect sugar daddy? And that's what this video is about. So let's get into it. So now the law recognizes gratuitous transfers, right? But then under the law, there's a presumption of resulting trust. In gratuitous transfers, there's a presumption of resulting trust until the contrary is proved by the transferee or the person that is claiming benefits to whatever property was transferred. So let me break it down. So now sugar daddy is the one that transferred this property in the sense that he made payments, right? Sugar baby did not make any payment. She didn't contribute a kobo, a dollar to the transaction. Everything was paid for by sugar daddy. But then this property was transferred to sugar baby. Is in her name, right? Now the law is that there's a common law, equitable presumption that this property belongs to sugar daddy until the transferee, which is the sugar baby that they gave this car to, comes out to show that court of law, this man gave me this property as a gift, though. It was a gift. It's not a resulting trust. It's a gift, though. It was bought for me. He bought it to give it to me as a gift. Unless this transferee, being sugar baby, is able to convince the court with evidence that this thing is actually an absolute gift from sugar daddy, there is an equitable presumption, or the law would presume that this car, the AMG, belongs to who? To sugar daddy, and sugar baby is just holding this car on trust for sugar daddy. So there's going to be a presumption of resulting trust, in that you are just a trustee for sugar daddy, and whenever sugar daddy wants his car back, you are in law obligated to give him that car back. I don't know if it makes sense. Let's use a case study of Hakimi. You know the footballer Hakimi. When Hakimi married his wife, right? Hakimi had some properties in his name, but maybe Hakimi, he may have foreseen, he could have foreseen, divorce in front. He could have said that, this lady is going to do me one thing in future. It's close. Maybe he must have foreseen that, and he knew that his properties are at risk if a divorce should happen. What he did was to transfer his property to his mother. Now, in that situation, the properties don't belong to the mother. There is a presumption of resulting trust. What Hakimi created by transferring his properties to his mother is a resulting trust. So now it's not like he's outrightly transferring ownership of that property to his mother. The property doesn't belong to his mother, even if they are in his mother's name. What was created by Hakimi and his mother was a resulting trust. So the mother is just a trustee. Now, the properties are in the mother's name, but as a trustee. So tomorrow, whenever Hakimi says, I want my properties back, the mother is going to transfer those properties back to Hakimi. So that is what happens. So, except you are able to convince the court that this is a gift, this is an absolute gift, because if you're able to convince the court that it is an absolute gift, then it is going to be resolved in your favor as the transferee, right? Because a donor of a gift cannot revoke a gift. Once a gift has been completely done, that is, there's an intention. You've been able to prove that this person had an intention of giving you this property for free without you paying anything in return, and you accepted that gift in good faith. And thirdly, there is evidence of delivery of possession, or there's transfer, right? It could be that they've handed the car keys over to you, or it could be that they've given you possession of the property, whatever it is, evidence of delivery. Once these three ingredients can be established, the donor of that gift cannot revoke the gift, or nobody can come up and say this gift is void. There is nothing that can void it. It's going to be resolved. That gift is going to be presumed as an absolute gift that cannot be revoked, even by the one who gifted the giftee, if there is anything like that. So now, if you're able to prove to the court or convince the court that this is an absolute gift, then the transferor or sugar daddy cannot. If sugar baby is able to convince the court that, look at the courts, this thing is an absolute gift, though it is not a case of resulting trust. This man actually gave me this gift. There are many ways that you can convince the court. You are convincing the court actually that the intention of this man at the time of transferring this property to me was to gift it to me. It's not a case of resulting trust. He actually gave me a gift. So, and one of the ways you can prove that to the court is to, show the man's intention. It could be by an execution of a deed of gift. So it's always advisable that if somebody is gifting somebody, whether you are giving a gift of house, car, whatever, it's always advisable in law that you execute a deed of gift, because a deed of gift is prima facie evidence of gift. Like on the face of it, on the face value of it, it is evidence that this is actually a gift, right? It is evidence of gift. Now, another way, the deed of gift is like a direct evidence, primary evidence of a gift situation. But where there is no primary evidence, circumstantial evidence could still avail you. What was the conduct of the giver at the time? What was the conduct? What was his conduct? What was the conduct of sugar daddy at the time of giving the gift to the giftee? What was the conduct of sugar daddy? Did he say, you people, on this day I have given, maybe at the time he was buying the car, when he was still in the high spirit, his body still dey sweet am, he will say, hey, J Autos, this day I give this car, this beautiful car I've gotten from you, from your company, I give it to this my baby. You right? So this day I'm handing this car back to my baby. He made it is clear. You can actually bring one or two witnesses to, show that this man actually gave me this thing as a gift, not as a resulting trust. So if you're able to convince the court that the intention of sugar daddy, who is the gifter or the donor of the gift at the time of giving that gift, was to give you that thing as a gift. It's a gift he was giving you. If you're able to establish that, then it cannot be revoked and that property is going to remain with you. But if you're not able to satisfy the court or convince the court that this is actually a gift, there is a presumption of resulting trust in favor of the transferor of that property. In a case of a gratuitous transfer, that is to say, where you did not spend 1 naira on that property that was given to you, there is a presumption, the court is going to presume, or the law presumes, that you are just a trustee of that property and the actual owner of that property is the person that paid money for the property. So the next time you are shouting, he bought the phone in my name, he bought the Benz in my name, he bought the Brabus in my name, he bought the land in Banana Island in my name. The next time you're shouting it, please make sure that you have beside you a deed of gift. Oh, make sure that you have consulted your lawyer, your solicitor to draft a deed of gift in favor of you. Oh, make sure that this person, you have evidence to prove in case things go wrong tomorrow and this person comes to lay claim to the property they've given to you. Make sure that there's something you can use to convince everybody, any reasonable man, that this thing is actually a gift and not a case of result interest. I hope you understand my point. Do you get it now? If you do not get it, you can go ahead and drop a question and I will get to your questions. I love to hear from you people. I love to hear from people. Whenever I hear from you people, it encourages me. It shows me that, okay, I'm doing something right and I should go ahead, right? So I love to hear from you people. Please do well to engage. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me and I will get to you as soon as I can. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching if you did to this point, and have a beautiful life and please stay away from trouble. That's my candid advice. Bye. Mwah. By the way, the background today, the backdrop today, beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know why I've not been using this backdrop. You can see very beautiful view. Can you see the view? Very pretty, very cute. Well, again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.